We're back, baby. It's the charity stripe. Hit your free throws. Cuz the free. Joshua Fisher, Alexander tossing the Rockosopoulos, DJ Nikki Snacks Kreider. Best of Bleav right here on Stadium. Okay, we're going to Bob and Carl. Carl Banks, Bob Papa, Bleav in Giants. Check this clip out.
Carl, they got to get the run game going. Seattle did a good job of choking it off. I'm not sure Houston has the same kind of defensive personnel that Seattle has, but that combination of Jones and Barkley and figuring out ways. Now they got to figure out the counter move, right? Because teams are going to look at what Seattle did and try to cut that off. The Giants are going to have to find the counter move this week because without a run game, now you wind up putting yourself in peril.
Sure. And then I'll say it again. You are what your record says you are. You are where your rankings say you are until you're not. So again, don't walk in assuming you can just go in and run the ball and they're going to allow you because they're ranked at the bottom of the league. No, they don't want to be ranked in the bottom of the league. Nothing would help them more than to come in and shut your running game down because it moves them up, makes them feel better, and they shut you down at what you want to do best. And that is the art of game planning, is to take away what a team does best. The Giants run the ball, and that's what gets this offense going.
Guys,
What's up?
Yo, how we doing? Giants play the Texans.
Hey,
yo, the Giants.
Hello.
Hello, fans. The Giants play the Texans this week. And to me, this signifies, are they a real contender? And I know the Texans are Doogie Howser.
What?
Let me explain. Let me explain.
I don't know where this is going.
Exactly. Let me hop on my magic carpet. Let me get you there. If you are a real contender and a great team, you beat the bad teams. If they lose this game, they're fully fake news to me.
Well, duh.
Oh, so if they lose this game, they are Aladdin getting wishes from the genie. If they win this game, they are Aladdin and who he becomes without the genie.
Boom shakalaka. Disney princess.
Let me just quickly.
I can show you.
The Chiefs lost to the Colts, the team that we talked about in our first segment.
I think that was a different Colts team, bro. I think the Colts gave up on Noodle Arm, Matt Ryan, and what they had going on too early, and they went full tank mode.
Well, weirdly, I think this game is like a 4.5 point spread in favor of the Giants. So they're not favored to win by that much. But you're looking...
That doesn't seem like a lot, which means Vegas wants you to take the Giants.
Right. Because they're 6-2. And if they're better than the Texans and they're 6-2, like they should crush this team, who's one of the worst, if not the worst team in the NFL. I get it.
They play tight games, and the Giants got to take care of business.
The Giants run the football as well as almost anyone in the NFL, and the Texans have the worst running defense in football. The Giants should have no problem winning this game. And I know Bob and Carl is saying that like they're going to have to throw out different options. I don't even think it matters.
I agree, but Carl is saying they are the worst run defense until they are not.
Right.
So you go and take care of business. That's all I'm saying on this topic.
We thought that the Seahawks had an abysmal defense, and then they shut down some teams from here on out.
Boom.
The Lions just shut down the Packers.
That they did. And their defense stinks with a side of rice. Okay, we're going to Bleav in Commanders. Anthony Armstrong, BMO, Brian Murphy. Check this clip out.
I have to give an advantage. I got to give a little bit of an advantage to the Commanders just for the simple fact that you don't really know what you're going to get. And yeah, I know Philly is undefeated. Let's not disrespect them. But hey, there's been adjustments. This is a different defense. The D-line has been humming. We just talked about Benjamin St. Juste. I think he'll be a good physical matchup for A.J. Brown. Go ahead.
Chase Young, Jahan Dotson, either maybe both of those guys could be back. Brian Robinson was not around in that first matchup as well. You're absolutely right. I kind of put the Eagles game out of my mind, but hopefully they're taking some stuff that they learned from that, some of the stuff that the Texans did last week. You know, you can beat a team any given Sunday. I think that's what makes the NFL so good. You never know what's going to happen. It's why these picks are so terrible, because you think you got it figured out, and then a team surprises you. So yeah, I'm with you. That's a good point.
The Eagles are truly the best team in the NFC. They go in and they mop the floor with the Commanders.
I mentioned the line in the Giants game. In this game,
what line?
The Commanders to play us out. What does that mean? Oh, different. We were thinking different things there. But the Commanders are plus 11.
Okay. Wow, that's moving too.
Yeah.
I don't dislike this Commander. This Commanders team. I don't know what the deal with Riverboat Ron is, if he's nearing the end of his career, which I don't think he is. But that, to me, LaFleur, hey, if I get my quarterback and can go in there, that defensive line is great. The rest of the defense is decent. They have really good receivers.
There's so much chaos off the field though with that organization.
That is true. They are a train wreck.
Yeah,
I
mean, you have to really look and see who your bosses are there, and not a lot of certainty.
No, I mean that is literally the Titanic.
Are the Eagles just going to wipe the floor?
They
with
have
them,
to. That's what I'm saying. They have to. I mean, I love the optimism out of these two dudes. Shout out to Bleav in Commanders, but like the Eagles have to go in and take care of business. Or again, I'm looking at them. Fake news. Okay, let's go to one more team. David Grubb, Terrence Copper, talking Bleav in Saints. Enjoy.
Weekend, the Saints are losing pretty bad, and you put Jameson in the late, and he looks good. He's able to move. He's able to throw, even if you don't win, but he looks good. Then I think he deserves to compete in practice and have that competition be open. And if he has a great week of practice, the mental preparation is there, then let him have the opportunity to re-earn it. I don't think you want to just give anything to anybody. You don't want to just give it. I don't believe in that acronym that you can't lose your job to injury. You absolutely can. If this person is better than you now, then you can lose your job to injury. But I think he should be given, if the situation calls for it, if Andy does start to fade again, if something like that were to happen, then Jameis should be given a fair opportunity to earn that job back.
This was my Super Bowl team. Me.
Not anymore.
No, head in the toilet, dude. Egg on my face. Like, this is not my Super Bowl team anymore. I'm annoyed, though. Like, this to me is like the season is signifying the end of Jameis. Unless he gets like a major resurgence and one more chance, he could be like the next Fitzmagic. But like,
if Lamar Jackson does not get re-signed by the Ravens, doesn't come back, I think he's destined to be in the AFC or the NFC South.
Sure, but I think Lamar Jackson's going to be a Falcon before he's a Saint.
I mean, I think it's up to him.
Sure.
Obviously, it's up to him who's going to pay him the most money. I think any of those situations are very enticing, and I think that makes you an automatic playoff team if you get Lamar Jackson. I think all those teams are ready.
Yeah.
Besides maybe the Panthers.
Yeah, I mean they have a solid defense too. I think all those teams are closer to contention than like the Colts and the Texans.
We're also assuming that Tom Brady doesn't return next season.
Yeah, he's gone. Like this is it, dude.
Well, then is that the place that Lamar wants to go?
Well, that's what I'm saying. He's from Florida, goes there maybe, stays close to home in Atlanta and Georgia, goes to New Orleans. I mean, the South, it's all pretty close together.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I just think for me though, I'm really sad that Jameis is pretty much done.
I think we're seeing a leveling out. We've talked a lot about quarterbacks on this show in weeks past. We're seeing a leveling out of guys that are that caliber of quarterback like Dalton and Jameis. It's kind of a wash, right? Like neither of them is a better runner than the other guy. They both are kind of downfield throwers. Like you're not going to be that much better with one of them or the other.
It's just Jameis was like, okay, he threw 30 touchdowns and then he threw a egregious 30 interceptions that one season, and then he got eye surgery, and we're sitting there like, okay, this could be it. Then he gets hurt, and then he's never really recovered, and I guess that's the NFL, unfortunately. But yeah, I would love to see him get one more shot, at least in New Orleans. Okay, we're out of here, but just for a little bit. Josh Fisher, Alexander Tossman, the Rock Tosopoulos, DJ, Nikki Snacks Kreider, Best to Bleav on Stadium